Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic. Back to you again with another celebrity reading. This time it's on Katy Perry again. So you haven't seen my Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom split reading. I'll put a link to it up here. It's the last one I did, and it gives a lot of tea on what I think happened in the destruction or dissolving of that relationship. However, she has been spotted with Justin Trudeau, the former, I believe it's Prime Minister of Canada. And he was at her Lifetimes tour, which I went to. It was amazing. They were seen on a couple of dates, and now the rumors are swirling that these two are dating. Weird pairing. So I'm going to take a look at what's going on between them. Do they even have chemistry? Are they dating? Is it for fun? What's going on? Okay, so remember these readings are alleged for entertainment only, and let's get started. If you guys like these, please join the YouTube members, the join button down below. There's a ton of additional content. I just did a bunch of readings for Love Island for my members. You can win a reading from me. There's picker cards. There's stuff on heaven, hell, Satan, demons, celebrities. There's so much stuff, so you're missing out. True crime. All right, so Katy Perry will be on the left. Justin will be on the right. Oh, not the Seven of Swords. Katy, my queen, what's going on? Four of Cups. Oh, they're bored. Damn it, I knew it. Okay, they're bored. So Justin, I'll start with Justin. Justin being the Four of Cups is like apathy and boredom. So he's in a period of like, I just need to try different things, and kind of figure out my life and figure out what I want and things of that nature. He's kind of just whatever, like there's nothing really much there. Inconsistencies is in between the two of them, which tells me that like, first of all, timing and scheduling is going to be almost impossible with the Knight of Pentacles reverse. But that tells me that, like, you know, when you're like, oh, this person's kind of cool, but I don't know. That's the vibe. The Knight of Pentacles is like, I mean, there's a lot of like, you look at that as like, oh, a lot of beginning threads, but not a lot of follow through or like completion. So like, I guess it's always possible for people to work out in the end or for something to happen. But as it stands right now, it's giving, I'm having fun. Katy Perry's the Seven of Swords reverse, which is like a failure. And so I think she's feeling a lot of pressure on herself, and feeling like has had a lot of setbacks in her personal life and in her relationships, almost like she feels like she's consistently failing in relationships. And even there's a lot of pressure in her career, feeling like she needs to like outperform. And so I think for her, she's kind of just trying to find inspiration, trying to find a light again. I don't know if I necessarily feel like the Seven of Swords is looking to really get into something serious. Let's pull clarification. Yeah, the Four of Wands is reversed, the King of Swords upright, and the Moon. I think for her, it's very reboundish. I mean, it's like her finding out more truths about herself through her relationships, finding out more truths about her ex that she didn't know, that she's not going to like. There's definitely going to be some tea that she's going to find out soon if she hasn't already about her ex that she's not going to like, especially about what was going on between the two of them. And the Four of Wands is like a change of environment. You know, like she is traveling, but when you look at that, it's like she's kind of working out the dynamic of their relationship in terms of like their family unit, because they have a kid together and stuff like that. And so she's kind of figuring out what it means to be, a single mom and things of that nature and how that factors in. And I don't know, there's a lot of moving parts in terms of their like family unit and figuring that out, that it seems like she's just kind of preoccupied with that. I also think she's very worried about falling for the same type of guy. I think for her, she's like, I keep getting with this same type of guy. I need to look for something different. Because the King of Swords, like fuckboy energy. So you see that as like someone who's like, I keep getting with these same tortured guys. I keep getting with these same guys it's just not going to work. Like I need to stay away from that. So I think that's why she was going to Justin, because she's like, whatever, this is completely different to what I normally would have gone for. He seems a little bit more put together. So we'll see how it goes. But I think she's going to start to notice patterns in a lot of guys that she ends up with no matter what. So for me, it's more like self-reflection for her. I think she's the type of person where she kind of learns about herself through others and her connections to others. So to me, this is more of like a learning process for her about herself and inspiration for her career and her music and things of that nature, rather than really looking for something that serious. He's the Seven of Wands reverse, not really looking to like prove himself. He just seems like on edge and like unclear. The Ten of Wands, the Bird, and the Nine of Swords. He doesn't really know who he is. And I think she's going to figure out that he doesn't really know who he is. And so there's a part of him that enjoys being around Katy because he's like, oh my God, this is something bigger than me. Like, is this my next? He's in search of a purpose. And my big fear with a connection like this is attaching yourself to someone and making them your purpose, right? Like, he's looking for guidance, and she's looking for self-discovery herself. So it's kind of like, I'm worried that he'll end up like attaching himself, looking up at her, and just not, you know what I mean? Like, icking her out in that sense. But it's more along the lines of like, he doesn't really know who he is. It's like, I will say it's kind of dangerous to date a guy like this, not to be dramatic, but if they don't really know who they are and they're trying to figure stuff out, it gets morphed into like you, and they become you, and it's just not healthy. So I don't know. I really don't think that either one of them are taking it that serious, but I will say he's the type of person where he seems like he might latch on quick because he's in need of guidance, and she's like a superstar to him, right? Because this is different to his world. He's into politics. She's into something different. So, and he's looking for a transition in his life. So, yeah, I mean, the Six of Swords, I think that they love that the internet's talking about it, for sure. I think that the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands is reversed. Sure, there's this energy of like, let's get the girls talking. It's good promotion, it's good whatever. Play the game. Think of it like, publicists doing what they do, right? So I expect that. I mean, I feel like we know that already about most things in some of these magazines, so it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah, Magician and Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands. I think that they're just trying to get. I think that Katie was having fun, and she was like, whatever. I mean, if people want to talk about this, let them talk about it. It'll be fun. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep. I think that they're kind of. He's especially bored. Justin's bored as hell, and I think Katy Perry was just like, whatever. We'll try. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. It's not that deep to me. I'm sorry. It does not feel that deep to me, and he feels lost. I would not recommend being in a relationship with someone like him. Maybe in a couple years. But right now he's still discovering his new self, and so it's not a good time to start something. I find it hard to believe that she wants to be in a relationship, though. Look at that Death card and the Five of Pentacles. She doesn't want to have. I think she was tired of being bossed around or dadded. I told you in last reading, it felt like he was dadding her. Orlando Bloom was dadding her, and the Five of Pentacles, like, I want my power back. Like, I want to have the power in the connection. I want to have the power in the relationship. I want to be in control of myself. And the Chariot's reverse, which is like, I want to stop things when I want to stop things and keep them calm. I don't know. I think Katie's relearning what it means to be powerful and utilizing her power. Yeah, Devil card's reverse, Knight of Wands reverse, and Six of Pentacles. Yeah, no. I think we're going to start to see Katy Perry do some interesting things, because I feel like she's really trying to garner inspiration and find her new path. I don't know if I would necessarily say she's doing things because she's like, wants a serious relationship or wants serious this, whatever. I think that she's kind of just trying to find herself again. I think a lot of times people look at pop stars, especially who are older or in their 40s, whatever, and they think like, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I think she's navigating that space, being like, actually, I feel hotter than ever, sexier than ever. I feel more powerful than ever. And I kind of want to show that. And I don't care if people don't like that. So like, there's this divine feminine energy that I'm feeling in her that she's kind of really reawakening, that she kind of pushed down and was passive about. And I feel like she's kind of letting that out. Very like, think like dominatrix vibes. Like, she's becoming more powerful and in tune with her feminine energy, which is really good. And I feel like that's what people were missing. I feel like she was making herself small, and she was looking for other people to tell her what to do, basically, because she was being unsure. But I think her confidence is starting to get back, and she's starting to realize like, oh, I'm in charge, and I know what I need to do, and I need to make the decisions. A lot of fear-based decision making in the past for her, and I think she's realizing that, and she's course correcting. So I think she's smart enough to know that right now is probably not the best time to be in something like this, especially with a guy like this. But she's not taking anything super serious. She's having fun. And if it gets the press talking, she's kind of having fun with being a celebrity again. That's another thing I'm seeing in this. It seems like she wants to have fun with being a celebrity again, and giving the paparazzi what they want, or giving publications what they want or whatever, but having fun with it and being playful, like coy. There's this energy of like, okay, like, I'll play the game again because I kind of missed it. Like, there's this level of like, I kind of miss playing the game. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a lot of other celebrities kind of regain this like zest for celebrity, because I think a lot of them are feeling like, this is my way to connect with people when I feel disconnected and I want to feel reconnected. So I'm gonna leave it there. The odds of success for a relationship like this, 10% maybe, if I'm being generous. And if I'm being honest, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think anybody's taking it that serious. I think they're just having fun and want people to talk. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. You know, I just need Katy Perry back in the studio. Mom, like, sing us a song. I will say this. Let me tell you like this. I manifested her singing Save His Draft in that one clip that was on the internet because that is my favorite Katy Perry song. And I knew she was never going to sing it because it was a deep cut, but somebody had a Justice for Save His Draft sign and she saw it and she sang a good portion of it and it sounded great. And I was like, I'm so jealous of the people that got to see that live. That's my favorite song. It was good. So anyways, make sure you guys follow me, join the YouTube members, the join button down below, hit the subscribe button, and hang out with all of us. And until next time, bye guys. I'm not trying to be shady or nothing, but I don't know if they're equal in the looks department. No shade, but like Justin, you know, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Are you? What do y'all think? Katy Perry's gorgeous, so I'm like, come on, sis.